Good evening, friends. Welcome to our startup talk show. Today we have guest who is into the e-commerce platform. We will learn from his success story. We have guest Mr. Jatin Chaudhary. Mr. Jatin is a management professional and a calculated risk-taking entrepreneur. He is having a strong exposure of networking, business development, and talent acquisition consulting. In his professional experience over 10 years, Jatin says,
Thanks, Praveen, for a wonderful introduction. Yeah, I would like to start with, as Praveen said, about Girls and Mom, that we have started during the pandemic term. And yeah, it's true. We were getting around 2 orders in a month and making it to 500 orders in a month. But it takes a huge efforts behind it. So, would like to discuss about that as well. First, I'll give a little bit more information about Girls and Mom, what it is. As Praveen said, yeah, it's a dedicated online store for your sisters, mother, and every beautiful female in your life. So our nightwear and sleepwear products are nightgown, night suits, only tops and only bottoms, which are spread across fabric types to be specific like cotton, rayon, alpine, etc. And here we follow a continuous practice of having feedback from customers by various modes, and we keep on making improvements. So this is helping us to build trust with our customers and generating good amount of revenue from customers who give repeat orders. So talking about Girls and Mom establishment, it was started back in mid 2020, and it is growing along with my daughter, who is also 2 years old today. And today you can find us on Amazon.in, Flipkart. We have our own website, and soon we'll be available on other popular e-commerce portals too. So Praveen, when we are talking about a success story, so first thing starts with that what made us to start this business, or where we have seen the opportunity. So I would like to cover that point here. So when we talk about e-commerce industry in India, if we see in 2022, the Indian e-commerce market is predicted to increase by 21.5%, where it will reaches US $74.8. So Praveen, when we talk about opportunity, that what made us to do this, or how we found that this business will be a good opportunity. So this happened when we see the e-commerce industry size today and in 2025 or to the end 2030. So if we consider, if we talk about today's numbers in 2022, so we are predicting that the e-commerce industry will be increasing by 21.5%, with making it a 74.8 billion industry. And by 2025, we are expecting to grow by 188 billion US dollars. So as we see, there is a huge gap in the numbers. I mean, there is a huge increment in the numbers from 74 to 188, $190 billion dollars. So we thought that we'll be part of this growing chain, and that was our one thing to analyze whether this is a good industry to opt in or not. Secondly, is that the textile and apparel industry. So this is a type of industry which is not seasonal and which will never go out of the course. So people will keep wearing clothes, and they will keep buying new clothes. That is one reason. And secondly, which we were not expecting, but since we started almost near to the pandemic thing, and how pandemic helped us, that many women were working from home, and before to the pandemic thing, they had nightwear clothes, or something which they can wear at night. But now they need something which can wear during the daytime. We can interact with the family time. So we found that is an opportunity that we can bring such patterns, such type of clothes where they can wear whole day. They can carry their mobile phones in the pocket easily, quite easily. And so that was a huge opportunity we found where other businesses were winding up. So we thought making it a good deal for us, and win-win situation for both customers and for us. And the same thing happened earlier. We were doing 2, 3, 10 orders in a month, and during the pandemic, we have raised 250 times, where we were doing around more than 500 orders in a month. Today, the situation is that we are at 150 plus orders in a day. What we are shipping from our warehouse.
Great. Jatin, can you share what challenges you face when you start this venture apart from pandemic challenge?
Yeah. So Praveen, the first challenge was about with my thinking and with everybody's thinking. If we talk about specifically for a product line or a brand line, so everybody thinks that to make a brand or to make something like we see Adidas, Puma, Nike, we see a lot of brands there. So we feel that it is very complex to make a brand, and it is not a normal person who is doing job, or a person like me or like you, that we can build up a brand so easy. So this is a myth around all of us. But what I will suggest is that try to take one step, and you will find that this is not very complex. In today's trend, it is made very simple by a lot of aggregators who have come online, a lot of portals which are helping you. You just need to forward your documents to them, and they will get everything done right from your home. So this was a one thing which actually motivated me, that if this is so easy, then the doing business won't be too hard. Though there are challenges we have to overcome, one need to be a problem solver. If you are not good in problem solving, if you are not good in believing that what you are doing is really good, so it will be difficult to be in a race of a long run. So that was one challenge which I had successfully overcome. And secondly, so since, as I said, that this all happened not in the pandemic, but during the pandemic. So going to official setup, opening an office and doing everything, so that was not possible. So we had to work from home. And working from home, though our PM has made it very easy that you can get GST, you can get a company registered from your home, at your home, and you can do business over there. But it needs some documentation. And since I was not having all the proper documentation with me, with all the tax receipts, etc. So that was again that how we need to go for GST, because if you don't need to go for Amazon or anything, you need a GST certificate, and without having proper document, it was making a challenge. So I took a way out and looked out for a virtual office, which was earlier a concept in overseas, but now it is becoming more popular in India as well. So like there is a co-working. So most of all the co-working providers, they also offer the virtual office thing, where they provide, where you need to pay to start with like 9,000, 7,000 yearly basis to get a GST certificate on their address, and you can do business from your own place. So that was a second challenge which many of us will face, because they will feel that we need to take our office, and that is a 10 minimum 10,000, 15,000 month expense. And if we take about a yearly expense, it will be around 2 lakhs around somewhere minimum. So this is the best way to get the GST thing. Now, another challenge which we were facing was that how to onboard on these portals, whether do they need any prior eligibility criteria, whether do they need any bank statement that we are doing good, and then we need to onboard with them. So that was another challenge. But again, here, what I will suggest is that try to do all the things on your own. So you will find it really easy. Don't depend on someone who has already done it and asking help from him that can you do it for me. Do it yourself. He has also he or she or also has done on his own, on her own. So best part is that do everything on your own. Now today, if you tell me I can make 100 brands in a day. I know the process. I know the step-by-step guidelines, documentation required, etc. And everything. So you become an expert into the area. So portal. So there on YouTube, there are a lot of videos who are helping you to understand the process of onboarding on each and every portal. So that was my first teacher. I have learned from them. I went online. I did all the things myself, and by having just a GST certificate, it is quite enough for you to online or get on board on any of the portal and having a bank account too.
Great, great. Will you please share what is your uniqueness as compared to your competitors?
Praveen, our uniqueness is that as in the introductory line that we are a dedicated online store for ladies nightwear. So
Okay,
when today, if you think of going to Myntra, if you're going to Myntra is not a brand, so they are an e-commerce aggregator where
right,
suppliers are there, but you need to go to a lot of things. You need to go to a lot of varieties or to shortlist ones. So though it is the best, I'm not saying it is not good, it is the best, but we are becoming a dedicated store for nightwear or a sleepwear. So
okay,
whenever a woman, a girl think about buying something and want to have a quality thing where they can directly interact with the company owners or the company team, and they can discuss, they can give their feedback personally to someone who is hearing them and making the changes happening. So we are making such type of connections with our customers. That is one unique point. Secondly, we ourselves think that if my wife, if my mother is feeling happy to wear our products, we and they are wearing our products. If they are happy, so I am very much sure our customers will be more than happy to buy it. So
right.
this is one uniqueness. Secondly, making the products which can be worn not only in the night, but making it helpful so that they can carry their mobile phones, they can carry the keys, and they can it at least go to the nearby areas to buy some groceries, etc. So these sleepwears are as comfortable as wearing the night in the daytime, and with no transparency, nothing. So whatever the female think about before wearing a clothes is that it should not be transparent, it should not be sticky, etc. We take care of each and every element here.
Great, great. Jitin, can you please share, as you know, employees are reluctant to join a startup, right? So when you start, so how you are able to convince your initial employees to join your venture?
Correct. So it is true. If we need to get employees to hire on a permanent employment terms, so it becomes a challenge. But what we have done here is that we have mostly dependent on interns. So basically, because we are trying to be a good company where people want to stay, but to prove that you should have someone to stay to work with you, and then they can stay or not. So to make that thing, the work life at Girls and Mom easier, how is it to make people understand? So we started with hiring interns for 2 months, 3 months, and we keep on hiring them. So one of the reason is that when we hire interns, so every 2 to 3 months, we have a new mindset to work on the projects. We have a new person who has new creative ideas, and in the 3 months time, they get to know us. We get to know them who are really doing good. So we definitely keep a PPO, like pre-placement offer for them. If they are okay with it, so they continue with us. And secondly, I'm also we're not big enough to do a social work right now, but with our work, we are trying to encourage people to work in a type of a good settled company. So from our hometown, which was a small district, we're trying to grab ladies and male candidates to work there itself. For some reasons, who cannot move out of the city because of some reasons or some personal reasons, so we give them employment there itself. We train them from experts, and we continue to make our team.
Here, Jitin, I am able to recall one quote from Bill Gates. He shared one quote: "Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning." So here, my question from you is, ki, how you are managing your customers, online customers? Are you getting some online feedback, or you are working on it?
Correct. So, if you talk about reaching out to online customers, currently we are having our major phases on Amazon, Flipkart. There we have a service, a particular, a section where we can interact with the customers. We can ask them the feedback, how we are doing, how did they like our product, would they like to go again or not. So we can manually once the Amazon do it automatically for us, and then secondly we can make two more attempts to get the feedback from the customer. So we do like that. And for the customers who reach out to us directly from our website, so we have all the details of them, contact numbers, email IDs. So we personally reach out to them to understand what was their the review about the product. If they are finding that some points are missing, at some elements are missing, so we try to improve those. And I myself even interact with a lot of customers who are coming directly to our website or social media platforms. So I myself directly interact with many of the customers.
Great. Jatin, here I would like to ask one more thing. What's your growth plan for your future actually?
Great. So a growth plan would be that this is also a challenge for an apparel industry, that
Right.
we have to be creative.
Right.
So creative in terms of, this is not something like a mobile phone or a computer that we can have the same face and we can input some new ICs and all, and we can bring it to a new product. Here we have to keep on working on the designs, keep on working on the patterns. So our growth plan will be that we try to bring variations by keeping the quality and comfort level up to the maximum. Variations in the types of night wears. Once we have built good trust with us, so definitely we'll be working with our customers, understanding them with them by whatever we are working on. So taking a personal feedback, that will be one point of view. And these variations, we are looking for something. We never know that sometime this sleepwear can also turn into a casual wear or a party wear by keeping the same comfort, or maybe is making some alterations in the same product.
Can you please share what's your, how you manage the funding at initial stage?
Sure. Funding has played a crucial role, is definitely playing a crucial role in all the businesses. And if we talk about my personal case, so here I was not having enough of funds from the family or friends and all. But yeah, because I had a clear vision that I need to start something. So during my job profile, uh, I'm talking about my source of funding. There are lot many sources as well. During my job profile, I had a few credit cards from the company or from the different banks, reputed banks, and I tried to maintain a good CIBIL scores by paying the everything on time and utilizing the cards properly and paying everything on time. So I had a lot of offers with me when I started this venture. So I was able to instantly, raise around. I won't talk about raising, but to have a loan from these credit cards of around 7 to 8 lakhs from where I started, and slowly and steady, we had already paid all those loans, and now our money has come into rotation, and we are self-funded now.
Okay, great, great. In the end, I would like to take your precious inputs. If you can share, your closing remarks for new startup. Those are entering, and those are planning to start their own venture. So, what's your intake for that?
Correct. If For those who are planning to start a startup, so this is a dedicated discussion towards e-commerce industry. So let's keep it up to that. So if you are animals wanting to start an e-commerce, you first of all you need to be a problem solver, as I said earlier. That for every you just take one step and everything will be clear to you. This is like driving a car in the fog, where you have 10 meters of clarity and you keep on driving and you get to see the way ahead, right? So take a step. Don't keep lacking. Should not lack of confidence. You take one step, you will see the another step, how you need to take it. And again, there are solutions for each and every challenges. There are proper ways to how to overcome those challenges. And even if you want to approach me, you can take my coordinates from Praveen. I'll definitely help you out. And e-commerce is something which is still not late to enter right now, because we are projecting a huge numbers in the coming years. by 2030, it will be very huge market. And as a lot of projectionists have already mentioned that only 2 to 3 crores or maybe 4 crores of people are only online out of 132 crores Indians. So the market is huge, and it is not too late to enter into it, and just go for it.
For budding entrepreneurs, I would like to share one quote from Steve Jobs. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Thanks, Jatin, for sharing wonderful inputs for your success story. Wish you all success in future as well. Thank you, Jatin. Thank you for coming over here, our session. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Praveen.
Thank you.